Welcome back to the MCSR Ranked Playoff Season 6 Finale Day. Parker, what would you say to someone who just tuned in now and is like, oh my God, I just got off of work. I'm
I
excited
would
to check
say
in, see what's going on for the third place match. What's going on?
I would say get your popcorn. This is the best ranked season we've had, in my opinion. The players are only getting better. Ranked hasn't been out for that long. People are still developing strats. This is the best gameplay we've ever seen. Just coming off of probably the closest matchup we've had ever in playoffs. Came down to the 0 on the last seed, and we have 2 matches left. We have the grand finals between Dougal and Loki, something people have been waiting for so long. Before that, a matchup between Hacks and Big Mongey.
Big Mongey and Hacks. It's a big, exciting day. I mean, I think there's so much that we could talk about for this matchup, but I think first off, we were talking about it with Oliver during the break and everything. We genuinely thinking the stats and going back in our head, we're pretty sure this was the closest match ever that just happened. Literally, we literally think it's the closest match that's ever happened. So that's super exciting. And I think I really want to frame this matchup here as a real showcase between not only two awesome personalities in MCSR ranked. I mean, both of these people, prominent streamers in the community right now, go live around the same time slot in the morning for the US, and just two really good friends going up against each other. And I think that dynamic always in a matchup like this can be really exciting to watch, knowing that neither person wants to hold back, but they also want to see the other person do well.
Yeah, I think that just speaks to speedrunning in general. You'll spend time with your friends developing strats and learning together, but it is a competition, and I think there's a lot to be said for friendly competition between friends and putting in work. I think it'll be great.
I think it's going to be great as well. I'm really excited to get into this matchup here, see what's going on. We have our first card for Hacks. I mean, we've seen this. We probably don't need to have a crazy amount of time on any of these, but of course, the thing that is different between these is the win-loss versus the opponent, and Hacks is 43-22 versus Big Mongey. Is that not unreal? That seems insane. Yeah. That seems insane.
No, that's a lot. So, if you're a betting man, you're probably betting on Hacks, but 22 wins is still 22 wins.
Yeah, and I mean, okay, so let's do some math. I know, warning math, but Hacks has played about 620 games this season and has played Mongey 65 games. So, and this isn't including I'm sure they've probably drawn at some point. So we're not even including a draw or whatever. That is
true.
Over 10% of Hacks' games in season 6 were against Mongey. That's unreal. And again, Mongey just took Dougal to game 5, and Hacks wins 67% of the time basically against Mongey. That's unreal.
Yeah, and maybe they're so comfortable with each other. They know each other's playstyle so well. Maybe we'll see some different decision making because they know how the other person's going to react. If any player is going to happen, if that's going to happen, it's going to be this match.
I would absolutely agree. I mean, I think obviously I'm not counting Mongey out at all. I mean, it is just more of the circumstances of that time slot in general is just such a demon time slot. You have Loki playing around then. You have the whole EU slot. So it's Hacks, Enko Boy, Mongey, Eric can play in that time slot. Automac can play in that time slot. That is just a demon slot to play in. So it is not surprising that Mongey and Hacks kind of play each other a lot during that time as well. So it's just a lot to kind of think about, a lot to go over. Because I mean, the average rank time, the best rank time, very, very comparable between these two runners. It's more so the, I guess the oh my God, the word that I'm looking for is the consistency and dedication from Mongey to play 2,000 seeds versus Hacks, who plays less. Obviously, has probably a lot more going on sometimes. I know school and everything, but the 67% win rate versus the consistency of Mongey's 2,000 games.
And something to note there, Mongey has second place Hacks kill, which is kind of fun because he's playing Hacks. Who has first place Hacks kill? Is it Hacks himself?
No, I think you're right. I think you're right. I forget. Okay. No, yeah, or maybe it was Ral. Maybe it was Ral. It was something like that.
Oh, okay.
But it's so silly. But we can see here again the win percentages for Hacks are just absolutely ridiculous. Just absolutely ridiculous here. 2 for Hacks on Ruin Portal. I mean, 917, that's the lowest win percentage, but the time is just unreal. I'm pretty sure the 917 Ruin Portal is the fastest average time we've seen for any seed type out of any runner in this tournament. And I mean, Mongey stats are nothing to scoff at, but like there's no time on here that's an 11xx. Everything is below that.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing to scoff at, but every single one of Hack's stats is better than Mongey.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's
So,
kind of impressive. Like, I guess it's
yeah.
close in Buried Treasure, right? It's close in Buried Treasure. It's pretty close in Village. You got like 10 seconds there, but everything else, it's like over 20 seconds. I mean, again, the thing that really stands out is like the Desert Temple, 1029 to 1051. Like, that's kind of a lot. I mean, I'm curious to see what the bans could potentially look like here. I would imagine like we've seen Mongey likes to ban some ocean stuff, so I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up banning like a Buried Treasure or a Shipwreck potentially here. And I think for Hacks, I think maybe you're looking at maybe you're looking at a ruin portal ban. I mean, we've seen the ruin portals be a little bit weird today. Maybe they just decide no ocean. Let's do the land seeds for the first 3 seeds. I mean, it's tough. Like Hax is just good at everything here. So like, why would you even want to ban something?
Yeah, I mean, the Rune Portal ban makes sense to me because Hax did have that
Mhm.
detrimental seed against Loki where he entered a minute and a half behind him because of a Ruin Portal, you know? Maybe he has
Yeah.
a bit of PTSD, just doesn't want to deal with it mentally. Maybe Mongey wants to take advantage of that and pick it later on. But our first pick is Village by
Our
Hax.
our first pick is Village, and it is kind of what we just mentioned. It is going to be the double ocean ban. So no ocean seeds until game 4 is very, very interesting. So lava pool is going to be a big thing. Can you spot those? Food management in these situations. How many animals are we killing? How many hay bales are we grabbing? If this is even a village with hay bales, right? Like, we're in I guess third place in grand finals. Like these seeds could get even wackier than what we've seen so far. So I'm very excited to see what type of village this is going to end up being. I'm very excited to see what the thought process ends up being between the map bans of Buried Treasure and Shipwreck to not go to the ocean. And if we get to a game 4, what the kind of decision making process will be if those seeds get picked at all. But we're going to see what's going on with Village here very shortly. And I'm excited because we've seen so much variety with all the village types in playoffs so far.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we'll see a quirky spruce village. Maybe we'll see a very standard plains village. Looks like desert village. So
Looks
now
like
we're
desert.
thinking, where do we get wood? Where do we get flint? What's the routing gonna be like? There's 3 lava pools on the screen right now, so that's not gonna be an issue.
I think we have found the lava pools for the runners. That is gonna be awesome for them. We're gonna see what's in this blacksmith chest. Is gonna be 5 iron, so nothing too crazy. Still gonna have to kill the golem, and something that could potentially come into play here. You could lose shears, but you could craft an iron sword and kill golem without getting wood. Is that something you'd consider, or you just make the iron pick? That's probably the smarter play, and then you just mine down, get cobblestone, all that stuff. I think that makes a lot more sense actually, because then you
Yeah,
still get shears later on.
yeah, no, I think that makes sense to me as well. Hacks mining his wood right now, crafting up his stuff. Ooh, a little bit of a misplay. Wanted to craft something else first, maybe?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I think it also like a big decision making difference here from Mongey and Hacks. Like Mongey deciding not to get wood at all yet, while Hacks is in the like Savannah area getting wood immediately. Mongey playing off of the crafting table, but also took a while to get this iron golem to come over here. So that was a little bit like could be a potential source of time loss. Is going to be able to leave, grabs the crafting table. I think Mongey is routing this better than Hacks, but maybe Hacks, I see some fire on his screen. Maybe he can get to a different lava pool that ends up being a little bit more linear, potentially after killing this golem, if that's
Yeah.
necessary.
No, that'd be a huge difference in this gameplay here. It looks like Hax is gonna. No, I guess he's getting Flint right now. Maybe not. They both have a bed, so
I mean,
not gonna
Hack
have to
still has
worry
to
about
kill
that.
Golem. That's the thing. Like Hack still
Oh,
hasn't killed the
true.
Golem yet. I mean, I just don't know what like I feel like both are playing this so differently. I don't honestly don't know which I prefer. I think I prefer what Mungey's been doing, but it hasn't led to too much of a time difference. But that could also just be a mechanical thing with Hacks being so impressive in that regard.
And it looks like Hax is gonna go for this lava pool over here, just
Wow.
because maybe the water was on the way. Mongi also going for this lava pool.
I'm actually quite surprised. I didn't see this
Me
lava pool
too.
on Mungey's screen from here. I think it makes sense
Oh,
for
in
oh my god.
lava. It's fine though.
I think it
He's a
makes more sense for
professional.
Hacks because like he saw the fire and everything, but I feel like the
Mhm.
other lava was so easy to access. This is like a little bit more awkward for Monkey, but maybe there was fire that he saw, and I mean it's not going to be too much slower. But Hacks is going to be in the Nether first.
Yeah, we got a treasure bastion.
Another treasure.
Maybe Mongey makes up
Wow.
time. No, the
We
fortress is
see the
just
fort.
right
Yeah, the
there. This will
fort's
be
right
another
there.
linear seed.
So when you play ranked, do you ever have a thought process? I mean, this is Mungey's what, third treasure or fourth treasure in a
Yeah.
row? Does it ever get like annoying? Like, oh my God, can I get something else? Especially when you're coming off a loss against this kind of bastion, especially so recently.
I mean, I think it could definitely be a thing, especially if you like associate that treasure with losing. You get in your head mentally like treasure equals I lose. I think personally, you just try your best not to think about it too much.
Mhm.
You want to focus your brain power more on, okay, fort's over here. I need to pre-craft. This is the order that I'm mining. Focus on that rather than, oh gosh, dang, this is another treasure.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. I think the fact that like, maybe the mental kind of like breather for you is the fact that you do just have the fortress right there. Like it's not like you have to think about going the right way or getting lucky or anything like that. So that does potentially help a lot with Mungey here. But I mean, this is gonna be a fast seed. Hax does have the advantage so far, but I don't know where Mungey can make up time in something that is as linear as treasure. But I mean, we've seen him do it multiple times against Dugile just beforehand. So we're gonna have to see if maybe there's a potential mess up from Hax, which could be going on, taking
Oh,
some damage and
good.
having to deal a little bit awkwardly with some piglins here.
And another one. Yeah, this could be a little bit awkward. I think most people would agree that Hax has the advantage. Oh,
Oh!
oh, he's
Wow,
chilling.
that was scary. Oh
Oh,
my
maybe
god,
he's not
is he?
chilling. Okay,
Yeah, this is
chillax. Okay. I mean, maybe that's where Mongey makes up time, I think a lot of people would say Hax has the better mechanics. He's going to make up time there. But we saw Mongey make up time on Dugile, who is arguably one of the best mechanics out there. So I like to see Hax crafting here. We got the Iron Sword. Love that new tech recently. But the question is Mongey going to make up any time here? Hax did enter the Bastion first.
yeah, I think this is something where Hax is already out. Mungey gonna be thinking about leaving. I think the thing that just makes what happened to Hax not that impactful is how much food these runners have. It's not something where it was like that 6 COD seed where it's like, oh, like, now I'm really screwed on food. Like just so much stuff. Like Hax can even keep pearling aggressively here on low health and has a lot of strays while Mungey is just entering the fortress now.
Yeah, interesting play from Hax going for those 2 strays. It's always a debate between spending time at the spawner faster so you can get the blaze bed off versus getting a couple of strays. And sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. It looks like Mongey is just committing to this first spawner. He didn't have any strays. I think he probably saw the other spawner,
Yeah, he
but he's
did.
ahead of Hax in terms of getting the blaze bed off. Maybe
Yeah, and
behind
that
on
could
rods.
be something that becomes a little bit more impactful. It could be a situation where they kind of trade back and forth depending on the spawn cycle. But I mean, this is a pretty similar spawn cycle. And Hax, I think, only got 2 blazes here. No, yeah, only got 2 blazes compared to Monkey's 4. And that could be something that ends up really
Really bad.
mattering here.
Yeah, no, could be really bad.
I mean, Hax is on 4 rods. I'm not sure how many Monkey's on. Monkey's on 2. So is still behind in that regard. And Hax could potentially even leave after these 2, getting the pre-crafts ready to go. Monkey getting their pre-crafts ready to go as well. Gold pickaxes. I don't see a gold pickaxe for Hax yet. Actually doesn't have gold for a gold pickaxe. So that could be something that we keep in mind after the triangulation split. But Monkey should be building a portal right about now. And Hax should be doing the same after getting through with these blazes. Has 6 rods.
This is a really close match. I think Mongey. No, I guess Mongey's only on 8 eyes, so maybe he hasn't
Yeah,
made up
only
the
has 8.
time totally. But they're gonna have slightly different blind spots. And look at this, Mongey has the
And
better blind spot again, and Hax
eye,
has to
the
rethrow.
the dark magic from Monkey to just always have a
Oh, look
blind.
at
I mean,
that
almost
cactus! It almost
the eye
fell.
almost goes in the cactus. To just always have a good eye measurement. I mean, this is still big. I mean, the thing is though, Hax has blazes to kill if necessary, has to kill more, and also it looks like it's pretty open terrain. The stronghold's not that far. It's actually 200 blocks closer, which is not that much in general in the nether, but could be something where we see these gold pickaxes that Mungey has not really make a difference here. Mungey is going to be out though as well. There is going to be at least some digging in this wall that could be an opportunity for Mungey to catch up here.
Yeah, maybe not a ton. You're having to mine magma,
And
so maybe
Mungey's
it's
just
slower.
here?
But Mongey's here. Yo, magical Mongey making up time,
How?
always getting to the stronghold.
And
Look at
literally,
that.
literally in the pause screen at the
Identical.
same time, I like the preemptive spike for Hax here, kind of going through this open area of the stronghold,
And there it
finds the
is.
portal room instantly. Phenomenal nav. It's down that
Ah,
staircase. Mungey misses it, and that's going to be Hax entering the end so early. Has so many explosives. It looks like it's a back dragon. No, it's front. This is a pretty easy tower. This should just be a clean game 1 for Hax. barring any absolute disaster.
Yeah, I would have thought the Mongey makes the same decision there getting to the portal, but Hacks just really sealed the deal, being very confident, sending it down that staircase, and it pays off. While Mongey
Pays
is
off
still
big
in the
time.
stronghold.
Going down the
Hacks,
wrong
beautiful double bed.
staircase. Should just be the double bet that seals it. Has it done, and
Oh,
that's gonna
was
be seed
wow.
1. It was a little bit awkward there. Yeah, I know. I
Yeah,
looked a
was it a
little bit
bed
off
and
for a
an
second.
anchor?
I might have been the anchor
Or
as well. Yeah, I think that was maybe the triple, which is a crazy kind of thing that we've seen. It is very difficult to do that. I cannot even put into
yeah.
words how difficult it is to do that. Very
Oh,
few runners
Hacks
can
is
actually pull
crafting a
it
fishing
off.
rod.
I like the fishing rod, and that's an 805 first seed for Hacks on this village seed. Very impressive. But Mongey, again, not far behind. I mean, they were at the same time entering the stronghold. It was just the nav.
Yeah, just the nav. Biggest difference by far. Other than that, it was 16 seconds different into the fortress. But that's what it came down to. The stronghold. Even though Mongey made up time getting to the stronghold, it doesn't matter if you can't find the portal room.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And I think this seed kind of tells the story of kind of what we've seen so far with both of these runners, right? Hacks taking this early lead, probably based off of just a little bit more mechanical gameplay. And then Mongey, the cerebral thought process. I have the gold pickaxes. I don't need all of this stuff. And then just the much better pearls to the stronghold coordinates, getting it tied up and even technically taking a lead into finding the stronghold. But if you can find the stronghold and not find the portal room, it's not going to be enough. And that's why Hacks took this first seed.
Yeah, maybe it was the difference between using a zoom macro or not using a zoom macro. But regardless, a fast seed, almost sub 8. That's what we like to see in these final few matches.
Absolutely. I mean, this is a great first game to kind of go over what we're potentially going to be seeing throughout the rest of this third place matchup with, friendly reminder, money on the line for both of these
True?
runners. Very
Yeah,
exciting. I think,
$500, I
yeah, we talked
believe.
about it in the break. It's a $500 third place match right now. So winner gets 500, loser will unfortunately be walking away with nothing. So both these players playing for something here. And we're going to be seeing very soon what the next seed type will be. It's going to be a ruined portal pick for Mongey. Maybe potentially trying to
Ooh.
get in Hax's head a little bit here in the second seed of this matchup.
Yeah, but the question is, can you get in Hax's head? What's he like mentally? They both looked very good here. I didn't see any shaky movement. I didn't see any poor or quick incorrect decision making. Maybe Mongey's stronghold, but they're both looking very good.
Yeah, I think that's honestly a great point. Like, you have to remember, both of these players, their last matches were for $1,500 basically. If you win that semifinal matchup, you're going into grand finals, guaranteed second place. And being able to bounce back and both play so well, in Hax's case, having to like fully mental reset and really soak in it, getting 3-0'd, and for Mongey's case, having to go right back to back after a crushing 5-2 or 3-2 to bounce back and play that seed so well from both of them is incredibly impressive. And it's just showcases the skill that is in MCSR right now.
Yeah, I 100% agree. Both in their own way got crushed in that last match, but very respectable. Love to see people come back mentally. And only time will tell what happens with this rune portal. If it's anything like the first seed, we might see another sub 9. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've seen a lot of funky room portals. I mean, every time room portal gets picked, everyone kind of gets excited. It's like, oh my God, is this going to be the fast seed? We haven't really seen the fast ruin portal yet. Is it going to be this one where you get
Doesn't
everything
look like
potential?
it.
It's not
Nah,
going to be
no
anything
food.
crazy, but that is a lot of iron. That is 8 iron worth of iron. That's kind of crazy. And this tree is
Yes.
also burning for Mongey. That's a little bit weird.
Yeah, it might be a little weird. Hack's
Might
mining a
want to
different
leave.
tree, but this means you're gonna have your iron pick going into the nether. You still need to make a bucket though. You're gonna need to find water. You're
9
gonna need
iron
to
even.
build the portal. Oh my gosh. So you
Jeez.
just get an iron axe out of it too. That's beautiful. Love to see
Yeah,
the
that's
iron axe.
beautiful. That is actually unreal for these runners. I mean, that ruined portal chest is crazy. You have the flint and steel. I mean, this could still be a
Door
pretty
crab.
fast overworld, like a sub 130 potentially, but the food is looking a little bit awkward for both runners here.
Yeah, and something that we both didn't mention that I like to see is I can't remember who it was, Hacks or Mongey. They just said have fun in the chat.
Yes. Have
They're not
fun.
only saying good luck. They're having a good time. I think they're friends.
They
At
are
the
very
end of
good
the
friends.
day, we're playing a game for entertainment, for fun, for glory,
Yeah.
and I love it.
Listen, we got a lot of time. We'll be back for season 7 in like 3 months. They're not going anywhere. I
Hmm.
also love the play from Mongey here to be going for the lava bucket on the food. I think that was a great heads up play. to actually get the kills a little bit faster here. Also, love this ruin portal setup for Mongey. This is like the new tech that I have not absolutely learned yet at all, but it's a really cool way to kind of complete this portal in a very clean way that Hax is actually not going for. So it has to do a
Yeah.
little bit slower here, and Mongey's actually be
Oh,
entering
and
the
then
nether faster because of it.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised the hacks didn't do what Mongey did with the portal. I guess it kind of makes sense. You get to start building the portal a little bit sooner, but there's just too much funkiness that it just definitely was the correct play from Mongey.
Yeah,
Already almost
absolutely.
in the Bastion.
I
Gonna
mean,
be
here we go.
playing a
This is a
manhunt too, it looks like.
awkward manhunt, though. Yeah, I mean,
Very
this
with
is
lava, taking damage. Is
Mongey's still
Hax
gonna
gonna
go
do the
for it.
same thing?
I
Hax sees
love
the
this
support.
play. I love
And
this play for
Hax looks like he's
Mongey.
taking different terrain and gonna be playing top down. So we're
Yeah,
already gonna be seeing a total difference. Normally, top down is good because you're gonna get more obby. But if the bottom chest pops and you can leave out the bottom and there's good terrain, Hax has to deal with basalt here too. So it's even looking even worse for him.
yeah. I mean, that's incredible. Something in the chat. I know Fulham said he's gonna talk about it too, but I can't not point it out. Ralph saying that Mongey turned on hard to burn the tree down because the tree was in the way of the ruined portal setup.
What?
So that is just we're talking about
Yo,
the
that's big
absolute
brain.
giga brain situation among you. I mean, that there's nothing that kind of proves that more than that kind of play right there. And I can't wait to see it back in the Fulham analysis after
Yeah.
this seed. So, I mean, also something we haven't even mentioned, that going for manhunt here for Mongey, which by the way, I think is correct based on how Mongey plays. I think it was a really good play, especially when you have gold already entering. It just makes it such a more streamlined process. This was like corrupt basalt on the top, really awkward for Hacks, and it's just a difficult situation to kind of come back from where Mongey just has so much more going on. Hack still has to get them all the gold blocks mined up.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice that they have a gold pick to speed up mining a little bit. You're switching between that. Mongey checking trades. Looks like he only has 8 obsidian, so maybe gonna have to go to the top. Pre-crafting, both using a language other than English. That's just to search a little bit more efficiently. You have a little less things pop up when you type certain letters. And both just checking trades, it's not a massive difference here, but Mongey, I think, is ahead. We'll just have to see how he plays getting this extra
Wow.
obby.
I love this pearl hang from Mongey. That's just beautiful. I mean, what a way to find the terrain. Remember where that is. Gonna be just trying to get 20 here at 19.
19?
Really trying to not have to go up to get the 20th piece, and is gonna have
Wow.
to. That's unfortunate. Potentially could be checking on the outer side. Really does not want to go up to the top, which I find really interesting, actually. So gonna try and
Yeah, did
find this
Hacks
lantern
get
chest
some at
again.
top?
Hacks, I'm assuming
No,
did.
he's
I mean,
only at
has 14 obby right
14 now?
now.
Hacks
I don't think
also
he's
checking middle chest. Both seem to not have gotten the obby. I mean, you only need
Hacks
one
has
more, so
20.
maybe even you just mine a backup block, but Hacks is out. And is
Hacks
made up
has
all the
20
time.
and Mongey has 19, so has to home portal. I'm assuming it's just a trade that Mongey missed somewhere. That's really, really unfortunate. Maybe get something here. Has to do with 2 big magma cubes
Oh,
at
this
the
is
top.
so bad.
And there's
And there's
no
the
obsidian. Oh
obby.
no, does
Or
get
wait, was it?
obsidian.
I can't
Yeah, no,
tell.
it was.
Okay. Just
Obsidian
waiting to heal
there.
up.
Has more now and is gonna be out. Unbelievable
Yeah, I'd love to see the
that
gold
came out
pick
to there.
on Hax's screen. It's not a huge difference, but it's always nice to be able to mine that extra bit of netherrack. Oh, and Hax doesn't have Iris.
I
Okay, he's
mean,
chilling.
should be fine, but I mean, not an incredible amount of food if it ends up being a place where you have to pearl a lot. I mean, gonna be down to 3 steak after eating now. Could be a situation where, if not played carefully, you might have to hunger reset, but shouldn't be too much of a concern with players of this caliber.
Yeah, and I think the food will be pretty even. Hax maybe taking some damage from Blaze, but Mongey had that magma slime incident a little bit ago.
That's true. That's absolutely true. I mean, maybe even out of food. No, has only
Okay,
2
down to
steak left.
2.
So even a worse food situation, I think Hacks will probably be fine. It's Mungey that I'm much more concerned about now, but has to get a lot of crafting done still. Hacks is pretty much done with all of that. Also using the iron sword that Mungey's not using. So is going to be a little bit of a situation that Hacks has an advantage in.
Yeah, and it's interesting. I didn't realize you can see home portal from the spawner. So there was maybe even an argument to leave on 19 obby if you can just
Yeah.
one pearl throw away, use home portal. Neither
Yeah.
player have done it though, so they should be even on that regard. No difference
Absolutely.
in game.
I mean, finally a decent eye measure for Hacks. Not gonna have to worry about anything weird there, but does have to throw another eye because the
throwing
boat
2.
eye didn't work.
The
Or
second
maybe
one
just
should never break though. If ranked is on the latest version, that was a recent
Oh, that's
change.
hype. That's very sweet.
So Mongey going to throw his eye on 12 eyes. Hack's only on 6. But Hack's leaving, so he must have 3 rods. He
Yeah,
has 3
it's 3
rods in
more
his
odds. So
inventory.
Hax
Has
is
2
out.
gold picks on the inventory. Love to see that. I don't know if
Just has
Mongey has any. What's happening on Mongey's screen? He was looking at
having
blue
to
sky.
measure multiple eyes, potentially having a little bit of a weird situation, is going to be leaving now. But Hack's just so far ahead, and it's the same distance for both. It's 1,200. It's far. I mean, Monkey, even after that, doesn't even have a guaranteed like measurement. So could be a little bit. I don't know what happened, but it was definitely a little bit
Yeah,
weird. I mean, Hax
5%.
is here though, and it's just going to be
I
the
think they're the
stronghold.
same stronghold chords, so they should be good. Hax did have to mine a bit of a tree down, so maybe you save up a little bit of time there building maybe off one block, but it just doesn't matter.
Wow, it's just
Hax
such a
is
fast
in the
nap.
portal.
In the
Purling.
end,
Plenty of
so many
beds and a
explosives.
crossbow. Easy tower. Probably pushing to 95 here. Don't need to do anything crazy. You know you're ahead at this point. Mongey's
Oh,
still
well,
in the stronghold. Bar a horrendous 0. Hax should be able to finish it out here. First, double bed. Pretty good damage. Bit of a weird dragon flip. A little bit closer than it normally would be. But
wow.
a 3 rotation 0. Cleanly done. Well done, Hax.
Very nice. And that's going to be a commanding 2-0 lead for Hax. I mean, the first seed really was anyone's game. Mongey here just a little bit slower on certain aspects, specifically like the crafting in the fort maybe a little bit was slow, just a little bit awkward throughout. Really had, and that's with entering the nether first. So definitely unfortunate for Mongey there, but Hax, really great job to bring it back.
Yeah, and a sub 8. Like, these runs are just so fast. It's really a treat to watch so many high level players back to back to back knocking down these seeds.
Absolutely. I mean, this was a great matchup. Again, 20 seconds faster entering the Bastion, but 20 seconds slower entering the Fortress. So 40 seconds of time loss on that Obsidian is tough. And we thought that, at least I thought the Manhunt was the better decision because of the Basalt at the top. But the fact that Mongey got unlucky on the Obsidian and really trying to not go all the way up just allowed for Hax to be right back in this game.
Yeah, 100%. Well said. We'll see if the trend continues. Maybe we'll get another housing. We've seen a lot of treasures. Not sure.
Yeah, I mean, that's just absolutely crazy match so far. I mean, I'm excited to see kind of what else Fulham potentially caught so far. We're not going there yet because I haven't gotten the R. I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
There's some
We'll
crazy things
stall.
that we've seen. Oh, listen, we can always stall for the GOAT over there, but I mean, this has been a crazy matchup so far. I mean, 2-0 Hax, though, is pretty commanding. And against someone like Hax, it is going to be really tough to beat Hax 3 times in a row. I mean, really anyone at this level. The fact that you're now at that point where you cannot lose a single game if you're Mongey is really difficult.
Yeah, Mongey's pushed up against the wall, but you know what? He's starting to develop a nickname, Magical Mongey. He sometimes he can just make up time when it doesn't feel like he can. He's pushed up against a wall, but I kind of want to see him come back from it.
I want to see it as well. Definitely want to try and go to another game 5 here. Fulham has given us the ready, so let's go see what he caught that we did not in this matchup between Hacky Noises and Mongey in the Ranked Season 6 playoffs 3rd place match.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Kuriwe and Rekrap, for the beautiful commentary of the first 2 seeds. Now, let's just say that the first seed up until the Stronghold was pretty much unnecessary for me to analyze, simply due to the fact that these guys entered the Stronghold at the exact same time, within less than a second, as you can see in the chat. The one big thing is that Hax was able to instantly navigate through this Stronghold so beautifully, gets the eat off midway through the portal animation, and then hits a pretty clean 0 cycle, even after a possibly less than optimal Pearl. Just a really nice, clean seed in Seed 1. But Seed 2 was where things started to change quite a lot between these 2 runners, and that all started within the very start of the run. Now, of course, Hax finishes off a really clean 3 rotation 0 cycle. The one thing that I wanted to mention was the beautiful end of this 0. Only having one bed left in the inventory at this point forced him to have to go for a double bed, which was sorry, not even a double bed, a double explosion with one bed and then one anchor, simply due to not having another bed in the inventory. Didn't really have to force the double bed, but goes for it anyway by hitting a one bed, one anchor double explosion right there to kill the dragon in 3 rotations. Really, really fantastic zero cycle from Hacks right there. And then in this second overworld, I've clipped it right from the start of the run. Mongey says, have fun too. And then look at this. As Kuriway did pick up from the chat at the during the run, notice that this tree is directly where people will complete the portal in this location here. We will have obsidian here, at the bottom in the floor, and then on the other side. So we need to get rid of 1, 2, 3, 4 wood blocks, as well as some leaf blocks that are off screen right now. And rather than worrying about having to mine them all by hand, or maybe making an axe right here and having to worry about mining them, Mongey mines one of them. And as we see in as he is heading towards this chest, goes for a play that is really, really clever. Or as both of the commentating sets so far have said, this guy is a very cerebral player or something. I don't really get it. Changes the difficulty in whatever language he's playing in to hard mode, meaning that the tree is going to burn while he grabs other things in the overworld, allowing him to save probably 10 or 12 seconds in this overworld. Just a really, really nice play. Something that's really heads up. You can notice it burning away in the background here, really giving him space to build this portal in this sort of an area right here. Clearing out some of the leaf blocks, clearing out the wood, burning everything down. Very, very smart from Mongey. However, unfortunately, that did come to a little bit of a demise by the time we were in the Bastion, due to the fact that Mongey, as we noticed here, was going for a little pearl up top after not having enough obsidian here. Pearls, misses that pearl firstly to look for the Mongey chest in the outside. Not able to grab anything, loads the pearl hang, has to pearl back to try and get to 20. Double distance pearl hanging, has to go to top. It was just a little bit clunky in this spot. Has to deal with these magma cubes as well, takes a bit of damage. It's just a little bit clunky here from Mongey to try and get that 20th piece of obsidian. A little bit of a mixture between needing to grab that 20th obsidian either from trades or from a chest somewhere, and that lost him a substantial amount of time, allowing Hacks to hit the zero cycle once again in 3 rotations. Very, very clean zero in such an important matchup. It does allow Hacks to be leading this fight 2 rounds to 0 in our best of 5. Will we see Hacks complete the 3-0, or will we see Mongey make a comeback? Will we see a seed 5? Who knows? If we do, you'll see me back. If not, I will be back for the grand finals. I'm going to send you guys back to Curry and Parker right now.
Thank you so much, Fulham. We are back for seed 3 of this matchup so far between Hacks and Mongey. It is 2-0 Hacks at the moment, and I mean, it has been a game of back and forth, really. I mean, it's 2-0, but it has felt like, especially on the first seed, it has been kind of open for grab. It's been oh my god, it's been up for grabs between these 2 runners so far in this matchup.
Yeah, we've had them playing the stronghold at the same time, just slightly different decisions. Really love the Fulham analysis there. Got to see some things that I personally missed. Some incredible Pearl shenanigans from Mongey, a little bit of a voice crack, and the incredible zero from Hacks with a bed anchor with the bow combo. It was great.
Yeah. No, it's just insane. It's just like doing that again, like is so difficult. Like it's just the mechanical prowess and the fact that people are just starting to do that in playoffs is just like unreal. So I think it's just a showcase of, this match has been a perfect example of like the highest level of skill that MCSR has to offer. Like, you can argue about a lot of things. You cannot argue that the 4 people that we've seen today are the top 4 players right now in ranked. Like they deserve to be here and they are putting on a show.
Yeah, they're taking out opponents left and right. People dropping down, and this could be it for Mongey if he doesn't clutch it out. Picks a desert temple to start
Yeah.
off. How do you feel about that, Curry?
I mean, it's the last seed type left. It's a fun seed type. You get your head back in the game. If you win this, you open back up the ocean seeds potentially to go to since they were both banned. So I like the fact that if you know, out of the 3 seed types here, Village, Ruin Portal, Desert Temple, like one of those has to be last. I think Desert Temple is honestly probably the best case scenario for Mongey with this. So hoping that's the case. Obviously, he did pick Ruin Portal, but I like Desert Temple here. I think it is possible. But again, Hax has like almost an 80% win rate on Desert Temple. And something that really stood out to me from yesterday, if you remember, I think it was the game we commentated, is like when Hax played a Desert Temple, like didn't grab any food and just like played all the rotten flesh. And I thought that was really interesting. So I'm curious to see if we see something like that again today.
I hope so. Yeah, I'm curious if that was delivered by Hax. Maybe he just forgot the food. But either way, he just played it so well, eating the food at the perfect time. He knew, maybe he just knew that he had 8 rotten flesh or something. He's like, okay, I don't need to. Maybe if you only have 6 rotten flesh, you can't play super risky because it's not a great food source. But if you're eating it correctly, we can see that it could be a time saver.
Yeah. I mean, and again, like I want to point out so far, the times right now, 8:05, 7:52. Like, are we joking? Like, this is just like insane from these 2 runners to put up those type of numbers. We're gonna see what happens here. We know it's a desert temple. Pretty standard. It's always nice to have the river right nearby, trees right nearby. So it's just about finding the lava pool for both of these runners. Don't immediately see it, but gonna be entering here in the temple. Hack's a little bit behind.
Yeah, I didn't see a ton of animals, so it's a decision. What kind of animal options do you do? We've seen that some players. Oh, Hax has 2 pieces of sand.
That was pretty
We've
sweet.
seen some players not even do a TNT on the gravel and just like overlap mining that with running. So maybe we'll see a bit of that. But both have looted. We got 7 iron, 12 gold thrown out. Oh, and a notch apple.
A notch
Good
apple.
spot from
Wow.
Mongey. It was just on the ledge. Almost could have easily missed that. That's crucial for a seed like this.
Yeah, that would have been really bad to miss out on that. I mean, just looking at this food, I think there was also 2 gapples in Mongey's inventory. So, oh no, no gapples. I think I just saw the different gold things. So, I mean, 14 rotten flesh and an enchanted golden apple. Like, I think you definitely could send no food here and just go off of that. I mean, the enchanted golden apple just heals you for so much and just gives you so much leeway to kind of work with. So that is really good. I would be pretty surprised if either runner really goes for animals, especially because we don't see like any obvious ones right off the bat here.
Yeah, but I do think Hax is already playing this better. He's already eaten 2 pieces of rotten flesh. Ate one before TNTing, ate one after. Mongey still has not eaten one. So is he going to have enough time to fully heal up before he goes into the nether? And it looks like Hax is just getting cows. So
Hax is going to go to cows. I mean, is a good 10 seconds or so, I would say, ahead of Mongey right now. I mean, again, I still haven't seen a lava pool on either screen. So unless like I'm missing something. Oh, I think I see it for Hax through the bit right now. Yeah, this is the same one for both runners, but we could see the difference here. Mongey's only going to probably get this 1 pig, and Hax is going to get probably. I mean, Hax just has so much more food already, and that was a 1 drop for Mongey, so that is unfortunate.
Could be bad, especially if he's going to eat this entering the nether. That's just going to be all of his good food gone besides the gapple. Meanwhile, Hax still eating that rotten flesh. This is becoming a staple of Hax's gameplay. Look at that. Mongey just already loses his good food source when he could have been eating rotten flesh the entire time to heal up like Hax has been doing.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. Like, I think Mongey definitely misplayed it originally, but I think actually eating the pork there is not awful because your thought process is it's going to, you want to be on as high of a health as you can really entering this bastion and also get your saturation bars kind of back up. So I like the play then, but it's just you don't want to put yourself in that situation in the first place, really. So you're now kind of just banking on not taking too much damage to have the notch apple like just be enough throughout the rest of the run. So if he's able to perform this route well, should be fine. But again, Hax, as we're saying this, already in the gap and trading.
Yeah, just different decisions from the players in general. Mongey spending more time to check trades or check chests while Hax is starting the trades.
Yeah, I mean, this is really impressive from both runners right now. Hax is playing this really well. Haven't seen the fortress yet. We get the Pyrite on Hax's screen, so knowing where to go, Mongey's going to have to make up time somewhere here, and I'm just not sure where that can happen right now.
Yeah,
I mean, well,
it's
here's one
interesting.
thing actually. Hacks dealing with this and just kind of
True, one less pick.
that one weird piglin, like a little bit awkward here. If Monkey's able to kind of just wrangle, maybe has a little bit more. I think entered it potentially to give a little bit more piglins, but also Hacks going for this chess play is really smart.
Yeah, I love this chess play. Digging down, gets the chest, and that's Obby.
Wow.
That's an important chest, so that can really matter. We haven't seen Mongey do it yet. He's checked more chests, but he hasn't checked that chest, which is the important one. He's mining
Yeah.
some backups here. Maybe it's a little bit weird. It's not a triple to gap route. It's just a
Oh!
straight gap, so maybe you get less resources.
Oh,
What
it
happened?
just doesn't matter. Hacks threw a fire res splash potion, but missed and it went in the lava. But Hacks just has like 4 more fire res, so it just like doesn't matter at all. It would have been cool if it was just like a 1 fire. Also, they have a notch apple, so like
True.
literally nothing matters. It was just funny that Hacks misplayed, I guess. But still waiting here. Mongey 17 obby.
And
Hacks
Hacks has
21. We're just waiting on
seven
a
stake. That's like
Yeah.
huge, especially if
We
it's
just have
long
so much-
distances
I
to
mean,
the fortress. Got to
yeah.
throw a lot.
I mean, here it is. Mongey, in my opinion, should be eating the notch apple like now. Yeah, puts it in a hot
Yeah.
bar again. I think better pearls from Mongey going to get onto the fort, and I think the food is going to be manageable because he's going to pop the notch right now in the Warped Forest Fortress. No spawner. Hacks actually going for 5 RD. Mongey at the spawner, and also has like 3 strays behind him right now.
Yeah, so depending on the rates, maybe Hax's play works out. If it's 6 for 6, strays are usually better. He's already on 3 rods, but if it's bad rate, oh my gosh, he's on 4 rods. Is it going to be 5?
mean-
No 5.
No 5.
Setting up TNT, triple TNT. Love this setup. Have to mine like two pieces of nether brick, but other than that, it's a clean explosion. One
Yeah,
blaze, a
also-
little bit far in Hax's screen. Mongey only on 2 rods, so I don't know what happened to all of his blazes. Maybe he just didn't get a
I think
huge
Hacks
first
just got
spawn.
more strays before getting to the fort. So, or before getting to the spawner. So, Mongey having a little bit, but just not as great as you'd like, potentially. I think still definitely in this. The thing that I really want to watch out for is just the management of the food for the rest of this run is going to be so important. I mean, already pre-crafted, needs to get the portal going, but Hacks just has the 8 rods. And if Hacks is able to leave off these next couple blazes that have already spawned, it could spell disaster for Mongey.
Yeah, especially because he only has the rotten flesh. You know, he didn't get to save his enchanted golden apple for a 0 or for pearling. He used it, I guess he used it for pearling to the fortress, but if it's a far stronghold, looks like it's only 800 blocks, so might not matter as much as it could have.
Absolutely. And we're going to see now Mongey measuring eyes, but still needs more blazes. This is crucial for Hacks. If these blazes allow him to leave, it could put him in a massive lead. 1 drop, still needs 1 more. It doesn't. So Hacks is still here, sees another blaze, but decides against it and is going to just stay here, maybe get a pearl hang off.
Yeah, pearl hang, definitely the correct play. You know, it's probably only 1 pearl, maybe 1.5 pearls with an 800 distance. Mongey killing blazes. Still needs 2 rods, I think. Gets 1. Pearls,
Yeah.
no, but he's
Oh,
out.
has 2!
And
How
has
did
made up
Mongey
time
get
all
the
of a
other
sudden.
rod?
I don't know. Magic Mongey, at it again. Just makes up time all of a sudden.
That's
Hacks
unreal.
building to chords.
I cannot believe Mongey was able to leave off that. I thought it was going to be 1 more cycle, especially because Hacks had to kill like 3 blazes in that last cycle that spawned. But no, and they're building portal at the same time. Hacks still has the lead though, and with being up 2-0, every second matters here on this preemptive.
Yeah, it doesn't. Oh, there's a spike for half a second.
There's a
Hacks
spike.
seems to be confident in this direction. Not a ton of ways to go.
Mongey gets it
Wormholing,
as
love
well,
to see it. And
but
there's the
it's
portal room.
just so obvious.
So Mongey doing the
unless-
same thing, but it just probably doesn't matter. Hacks still has 3 steak and a notch apple. Mongey only 10 rotten flesh. Pearling, front tower, should be
mean, it's
easy. Probably
just a-
pushing to 94.
A free 0, right? I mean, I could see Hacks going to 99 here for sure against Mongey. Has to get
He is
as
going
much
to
stuff as
99.
possible. It has to go here. I mean, plenty of time, but I just don't think. I mean, Mongey only went to 95. Like, unless Hacks messes this up, it's going to be a 3-0, and Hacks will be the 3rd place finisher.
Yeah, Hacks just really sealing the deal here. Commanding
And that's
lead.
it.
Eats the notch apple. Look at his health. Not only does he have full health now, he has more
Wow.
than full health. Finishes the seed still with 3 steak. Managed it beautifully and gets the win on Big Mongey. It's over for Mongey.
Unbelievable. Over for Mongey. Almost was able to
I-
bring the seed back at the end there, but Hacks is going to take it 3-0 on another sub 8. The average for these 3 seeds, Parker, was sub 8. Like,
Wow.
it's just unreal.
That's insane. Have we? Wow. Yeah. Sub 8. That's incredible. I don't have any sub 8s. Do you, Curry?
No, I
And
do not.
they just whipped them out. I mean, granted, the seeds are a little different. Like, we look at them beforehand, but incredible gameplay. These two are both demon runners. Congrats to Hacks for winning.
Yeah, I mean, that was an unbelievable kind of matchup between the two of them here. I mean, it's just incredible because like I feel like Mongey didn't play poorly at all. I mean, maybe on the second seed it wasn't like perfect, but especially on this seed, I didn't really think of anything too poor except for maybe just not getting certain stuff in the overworld. But I mean, an unlucky spot with the notch apple lost a little bit of time. So really, really unfortunate to kind of go out in an 0-3 fashion. But I would say, and everyone in chat could probably attest to this, really put on a show and played really, really well in both of these sets.
Yeah, I agree. Totally agree. No crazy being behind, no crazy difference in decisions. Like, he loses literally 0 time from nether enter to end enter. You know, they played it identically in terms of time, even though he had lower food. Like, it was so close and
It really was. And
privileged
I
to
think it
watch.
shows just the power of the notch apple. Like I think Hacks probably took too much time getting food and could have had even bigger lead comparatively. And it's just the notch apple was so good. And again, like the fortress split from Mongey was great. Getting the chords was phenomenal, but just end game from Hacks, no mistakes. And when you're just ahead in the overworld, it's just that's what's gonna happen. Um, Unbelievable match. Thankfully for the seed, we do have an interview with Hacks. I'm very excited for that. Hacks is in the waiting room right now, so any second we'll be
Some
moving into an interview with him. Very excited to ask some questions about this match, thought process, everything throughout. I mean, just a really great set, just with both of these runners. And my only regret is that it's not a 5-game series. I mean, it was so much fun to watch.
yeah. Yeah, 100%. So we're bringing him
So
in now, or are we waiting a
yeah,
sec?
here we
Ah,
go.
here we go. Hello,
Hacks, how you
Hacks.
doing?
Hi, what's up? What's up?
Well, first off, congratulations on the 3rd place finish. How do you feel? How was the matchup against Mongey? First initial thoughts after winning.
Okay. I mean, I'm glad I at least got another podium. I mean, this means I now last season I got the most podiums, but now I'm untied because I think Loki has 2 and Duga has 2. And now I have 4. I've oscillated. I've gone second, third, second, third now. So it's like, I mean, I'll take the podiums. If I can't win, like that's good enough for me, I guess. I don't know. I'm glad with how I played though overall. I think me and Mongey literally played private rooms for like 5 hours before we started before playoffs started today. So this is basically just an extension of that. Like this was I don't know. I was just so chill. I think in my seeds against Loki, I was definitely a bit nervous. I definitely like tunnel visioned a bit. Like obviously it's so long ago, but I think after that match, I realized like my awareness just wasn't there. And even in like this series, I think like the big awareness mistake I had that like carried through was on C2 where I just dug down because I thought it was stable, so it was housing. Like that was I did that in the housing rampart, and that was like really embarrassing. But other than that, I think I played overall really well. Like that last seed, I think me and Mongey both just played really well. I just held my lead through like the whole seed.
Yeah, no, they were all great. Like, sub 8 average, like, that's something you don't see often. Like, incredible gameplay.
Yeah.
It was really
The
cool.
only-
I think no, go. I want to hear your thoughts first.
No, the only thing I'm sad about was I didn't get to because Loki a while ago got 3 sub 8s in a row. I'm just sad I couldn't tie that. That's the only thing I'm sad about.
That would have been cool.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of things with that too. The fact that all of these seeds were just so fast. I guess my question to you is obviously Mongey is such a close friend to you. I mean, you even brought it up with playing 5 hours together. Is there anything different that kind of goes through your mind when you're playing against someone like Mongey that you're so close to? And like, what is it like playing against one of your close friends?
It's just fun. I mean, all the playoffs matches are just so fun. I remember like yesterday or whatever before my match against Oxy, like I think I definitely get hit with nerves pretty badly, but like I definitely was still nervous going into that match. But like one thing, like I went to the bathroom before my match and I just realized like I was just like smiling so much, like I couldn't stop smiling.
Really, that's
It's
awesome.
just I don't know. It's so rare. It's once every 4 months, and it's like there's so many people watching. It's so cool. So it's like nice to just enjoy the moment. Shout out everyone in chat. Thanks for being here. I don't know. I love playoffs. It's fun. It's rare. I'm sad I haven't gotten a win yet, but I really like playing. It's awesome. Yeah.
W.
I don't know.
Parker, any questions from you?
No, I don't think so. I think that was a good recap. It was good to hear that like you're smiling before. You know, we were wondering like what's the mental like between these two players coming off a loss, Mongey having to play immediately after. But it sounds like you guys just had a lot of fun. I think it showed in the gameplay. Yeah, it's a treat.
Really cool.
Only only mistake was we didn't get a snow village seed, so couldn't do K.
Would you have done that if you got village snow? Would you have?
I
gone
would have
for it?
asked him. I would have asked him.
Really? That's so funny.
Oh, that's awesome. And last question before we get you out of here. Grand finals prediction. Who you got? What's the score?
I just want Duke to win, so this is kind of cope.
Okay.
I'd say there's kind of like the big two. Like obviously Duke and Loki are the two best, but it's like in terms of stats, it's like I'm kind of like the polar bear in Arlington, Texas, but you can kind of squeeze me in. You can kind of squeeze me into the big three,
Yeah.
and it's like
I mean, you got third
like
place.
so
right?
I need this storyline to happen where Duke can win this one, and Duke and Loki can be tied to playoffs, and then I can get two, and then we can all fight for the third playoffs. You can all be tied too. That's all I want. So I want Duke to win.
No, that's a great storyline. I want that. I want that to happen now. So we'll be looking forward to watching you next season.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
listen,
yeah.
you're
I'll
not
try
going
my
anywhere,
best. I'll
so
try my best. Yeah.
we'll see you. Thank you so much, Hacks. Congratulations. Soak it in. It sounds like you will. Great performance today, and I'm sure we'll see you in another playoffs very soon. Congratulations, dude.
Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, that's going to be it for me and Parker commentating ranked. We had such a blast. It was so much fun. Chat, you're all amazing. It's so much fun to do this. It was really cool for us to kind of be a part of this this season and do this, and kind of especially with Feinberg playing, and to be able to like take a little bit of load off of him and everyone else with ranked and help out with this. We absolutely love doing this. I don't want to speak too much for Parker, but I'm so grateful to be here. I'm so grateful to be a part of this. And we have such an amazing grand finals coming up between Dougal and Loki with Feinberg and Nerdy. So Parker, any last thoughts as we wrap it up here?
Just
for our
echoing
season 6?
you. Like, thanks for being here, guys. This is my first time commentating, so it's been awesome to do. It's been really fun. I love watching playoffs, and there's so many cool people and that are involved. I think this is an awesome community.
Absolutely. 100% agree. Last thing before we get out of here. Guys, if you're watching this on twitch.tv/Feinberg, this guy is pulling a massive prize pool out of his own bank account for these runners. Drop the freaking prime if you have it. Drop the freaking prime, gift a sub, pass one forward. This guy putting in a massive amount of work. Everyone from behind the scenes appreciates it. We could not do this without everyone watching. We could not do this without Feinberg putting up a giant prize pool every time. We're really grateful to be a part of this. It's really cool. The players appreciate it. We all appreciate being here. We freaking love you guys. We'll hopefully see you next season. But for now, that's all from us. Have fun in the grand finals between two of the best runners that Minecraft has ever had to offer. See you guys soon.